Rabotai, in Orly Tzion, in Chalek Avod, in page Tzadik Hey, he asks over here a question about Ahavat Hashem Yitbarach, about loving Hashem. How does a person know if he loves Hashem or not? Everybody wants to know if they love Hashem or not. Is it by doing mitzvot? Is it by learning Torah? Is it doing by the bare minimum of the mitzvot? How does one know if he loves Hashem? He says over here like this: Mi shechoshev v'choker, one who thinks and cross-examines, who goes into it. Ech, how? Ubema uchal, and how am I able to? Ligrom, to cause. Nachat ruach lobore yitbarach shemo. Rabotai, listen to this carefully. He says over here, the person that is wanting and able, Rabotai, to cause himself, he's always looking for a way how to bring pleasure, nachat, how to bring pleasure to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. This thing shows a person who's always wanting to find another way to give nachat to Hashem. Rabotai, from over here you see that you have love for Hashem in your heart. A person who's doing that, he has love for Hashem in the heart. He's always wanting to find a way, how can I make Hashem happy? Put it to you like that. To the great desire that you have for Hashem, as much as you go out and search how to make Hashem more happy, with every action that we do, that's how much greater you're going to have love for Him. However, Rabbi, listen to this. How many of us to go to Rabbi? Rabbi, yeah. Am I allowed to do this? No. Okay, fine, forget it. Michal, I called the wrong Rabbi. Rabbi, am I allowed to do this? What's that? This, Rabbi. He's like, why, how much? No, joking. Yeah. Well, yeah, of course. Oh, now this is a real Rabbi, Rabotai. Chas v'shalom. Rabotai, ava mi shechafetz ledat rak ma'mutar u'ma'asur. But somebody who just wants to know what's mutar, what's asur, what's allowed to be done, what's not allowed to be done. That's all he wants. He doesn't care for. I don't want to say he doesn't care. It's like a person punching in, punching out. He doesn't want to make more money for the boss. He wants to do the bare minimum. B'ma efshar lahakel u'ma ra'ui lahachmir. Rabotai, this type of person, Rabotai, somebody who's only looking for what's mutar and what's asur, how am I able to be more lenient and what's proper to be stringent, adain rachog hu mehatachlit. You are still far away from coming to love Hashem. If you're that type of person that's trying to do the bare minimum, trying to get by like they say, in school and college, right? How did you had a 2-point-something GPA that you had to pass, or in high school you had to have a 65 just to get by. You were not so nuts about getting 100, because what do you care? You just want to be able to come out of high school. Same thing with Hashem. Do you want to get a 65 grade, or do you want to get 100? How much effort do you put into Avodah Hashem? The whole purpose why we're here is to try to bring nachat ruach to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to make Him happy, to bring Him satisfaction, and to do His will. Not only what's put on us, what's mutar, what's asur, that's what we want. Rabbi, mincha shachar arvi, that's it. 1 hour learning now, 1 hour, that's it. No, Rabbi, not only what's put on you, even what's not put on you, go out of your way and try to do it. Why you always have to do the bare minimum? I don't understand. So why don't you just go drive a 1965, I don't know, some kind of Honda or something? Why you need a brand new car? Go drive something, it's going to do the same job. Get you from point A to point B, maybe not so fast, but it'll do the same job. Rabotai, now he brings over here an example. He says, how many of us, when we travel away, of course, yeah, without children, huh? Sometimes people go, couples event. Rabotai, how many of us, when we travel away, we leave the children with our in-laws, correct? But when we travel away, we think, what I have to buy for my child, what I want to buy for that child. Each one of us wants to bring something nice. We have to make the kids happy. Rabotai, let's do this carefully. He says, somebody who travels to a very far distance for some time, on the way back, he buys he starts buying different things for his children according to their age and according to their understanding. To this one the flashlight, to this one the pen, to this one this, etc. Each one he's going to buy according to their age and understanding. Even though his children don't need this. Why? Up to now they were fine, correct? They don't need new sneakers, but you want to buy them new sneakers. He says, not only this, אלא rather, גם כשהולך לקנות חושב במה ישמח יותר כל ילד לפי טבעו. But also when a parent goes and he buys something for the child, what does he do? He doesn't stop buy the cheapest stuff and just to get over with. He buys the thing that's going to be good according to his nature, but also what's going to make the child very happy. A lot of times people give us gifts that we don't need, so just to get over with it. But some people, they think, what does he really need? He'll give him this, exactly what he needs, because he knows this is what's going to make him happy. So it's over here. When you buy something for a child, he wants to buy exactly the things that's going to make him happy. Why do parents go out of their way to make children happy? All this comes out, Rabotai, from the love and the desires that he has for the children, that it awakens in him to try to buy the best gift for his children. If this is a father to a child or a mother to a child, if so, what about us? What about us? How much we have to start searching now what's going to give the most pleasure, the most satisfaction to Kadosh Baruch Hu. Wait till I tell you what it is. And he's going to be happy with you. This is what we don't realize. Whenever you do anything and break your character, shut your mouth, when you have to get, whatever you do, Rabotai, and if you say, I'm doing it for you, Hashem, Rabotai, you have no idea how much simcha you bring to Kadosh Baruch Hu. I'm going to tell really quick, a really fast story that, who did I hear it from? Forget the rabbi's name. Well, not my name, forget the rabbi's name. I don't like. No, it's not Chazal. It's a real story in the name of Rabbi Wozner. That's how somebody said in his name. There was two partners. It was a $7 million deal. $7 million deal. Whatever it was, didn't go through. So the partner took all $7 million. Took all $7 million. So he came to Rabbi Wozner and he says, I need to take him to court. I want my half back. Well, why did he take 3.5 million? He took from him. Was he out of his mind? Rabbi Wozner told him, listen to me. Make a din halachically, you're right. Halachically, there's a bedin, there's etc., etc. You could go ahead and do it. But I want you to tell you something. There's another thing that's called above halacha. Try to do more than what the halacha requires of you. What's that? He said to him, if you're going to mivater, if you're going to overlook it, let go. He said, what? $3.5 million. I should let go of it. He's like, let me tell you something. You could go to Bezdin, collect you $3.5 million. But if you overlook, I guarantee you, you will see how Hashem is going to reward you back. That's all he said. The guy walked out, the rabbi said it, not like today, everybody's looking for. The rabbi said it, not $10, not $1,000 like they cried today. $3.5 million, you already said, I'll keep my mouth quiet, I'm not going to make no problems in the family, let everything go, let my partner have the money. Rabotai, many years later, 20 years later, when Rabbi Wozner saw this guy, because after he gave up this case, a few months later he opened a new business, etc. 20 years later, when Rabbi Wozner saw him, he said, whatever happened with your case? He said, I did what you said. I overlooked it. He said, now what? He said, make it very simple. I made it 30, 40 times that amount what I lost. Take 3.5 million times it by 30, 40 times. Rabbi Wozner said, do you see the power of letting go? When you are able to let go, Hashem is going to give you a lot of shefa. He's going to give you a lot of brachot, Rabotai. This is Rabotai. No, this is it. This is it. Rabotai, so that's why over here, what did this guy do? By him letting go, what did he do? By him letting go, do you know why Hashem rewarded him much more? Right now, because he changed the nature, Hashem is going to change nature for him. He made Hashem happy. By not causing machlokit, you made Hashem happy. Rabotai, that's what he says over here. You always want to try to look for things that what? That make Hashem the most happiest. He continues over here, he says like this. But when a person delves, when he deepens in the learning of the Holy Torah, which is the best gift that HaKadosh Baruch Hu ever gave you, you'll be entertained with it with happiness. You'll be very happy. Why you're learning it? Because you also want to do His will. Because what does Hashem want from you? Hashem wants you to sit and learn Torah. Not because you want to fulfill obligations. Here I came now, 4 o'clock, whatever. I came 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour at night, just because to say I learned. No. Rabotai, but you came because you wanted to make Hashem happy. Bivadai says for sure. When you learn Torah because Hashem says so, you have no idea how much nachat you bring to Hashem. Can you imagine right now, your house upside down, you come home, your house is clean. Hey, what happened over here? Your daughter, your boy, whatever, they say, I clean the whole house. That's not going to make you happy? You didn't ask them nothing. They're not going to make you happy. The next thing you see, they got a good grade. The next thing you see, their food, this or that. You're not going to be proud of your kids. Every second they're trying to make you happy. Rabotai, that's how we have to be. Vehen emet Rabotai. He says it's the truth. Shikasha me'od l'hasig hadregot. It's very hard to reach these levels. Avad tzarich l'sho. Listen, but at the very least, a person has to try to strive for it. Don't settle for the make it up. Don't settle for the lowest, the bare minimum. Rabotai. How do they say? How does it go? Reach for the moon. If you miss, you'll hit the stars. Correct. That's how it goes all the way around. Whichever way you guys believe. I don't know how it's over there. Right. Right. You reach for the sky. You miss the sky. You'll reach the moon, the star, whatever it is. But have a high achievement. But listen to this. Rabotai. Here's the secret. But when a person delves into and puts a lot of effort, mirubim batorah, in the Torah, then it's going to be possible for you to reach this level of loving HaKadosh Baruch Hu. How to always make Hashem happy? How? That's only meant by trying to delve into the Torah. And I'm going to conclude with this, Rabotai. I was going to read something else, but I want to conclude with this. You ever see a person in a swimming pool and he jumped into a 20 feet deep section, but he doesn't know how to swim? Did you ever see that? You know what's going to happen to him? If that guy does not start moving all the time with like screaming, Rabotai, nobody's going to save his life. Nothing's going to happen. But if he doesn't, nobody's going to help him. Right? If he doesn't start doing that, nobody's going to help him. However, if he doesn't make it effort, he's going to say, okay, you know what am I going to do that? Nobody's going to see him, he's going to drown, he's going to die. Rabotai, when you're learning Torah, if you come to learn Torah, like the guy who's drowning, it's just like that, just trying to understand, and okay. Rabotai, you're drowning into Torah. Don't think that's why it feels like Sama Mavid Lolan. That's what the Chazal say. It feels like poison of death when people learn like that. But if you learn into Torah with all the excitement that there is, then it's Sam Chaim is a portion of life, Rabotai. In order to be able to make it to this world, especially when you learn Torah, you got to be like the person that's drowning. Give it all you got. Only then you'll succeed.